New shelving's turned up with a sieve filter, so I've just got to put this all together now. Right, so here's the sieve stand built. Really happy with this. It's strong. There's four bolts in each side, so happy with that. Rising sun. Right, so I'm just setting up my UV light. This is one of the only ones that I could find in this sort of style that was a decent size. Most of the UV lights over here are just the bulbs that you fit into your filter tank, so I've gone for one this style where the tube is inside. It's a 15 watt, another one. So I'm just looking at the mounting point at the moment. I think it's gonna go somewhere up here like that, and then it's gonna feed the sieve. Might go somewhere over there, but I'm not sure. I'll just I'll have a play around with it, and then I'll come back to you. Alright, so today I'm back working on the pond build. I'm starting to rig up the pipe work. This is the skimmer line directly off of the pump. It is a 5,000 litre an hour vary pump. So it just comes up through the fake wall, just mocking it up at the moment. Comes through here, up to the UV, and along and out to the sieve. Now the sieve hasn't been finished yet because that's actually number 2, because I didn't like the first one. The box was too big. I'm still working on this sieve because I would like to turn this into a backy shower. However, I'm having height issues because of where the UV is and the bends. I'm trying to put the least amount of bends in it as possible, but because the pond is above ground and the height, the exit is down here, but there isn't enough space or height if I added another box at the moment. So I've got to have a mess around with this and see if this stand can be lowered, but the issue is the outlet from the UV. Because this pipe is level, adding another one of these boxes would end up being higher than that pipe. So I need to do a bit more and see if I can make this work. If not, this is going to have to do as a sieve. The exit will be out of here somewhere and it will be going straight out of there, but I've got to do a little bit more. This is just mocked up at the minute. A couple of little bits are solvent welded together, but it can all be changed. Originally I had that UV over here directly above the sieve, but I didn't like how close it was to the sieve, so the only way I could really make it look a little bit better was to stick it where it is now. And ideally I don't want to have too many bends in the pipe or different height changes, but that vary pump is good for I think 5.8 meter lift, so I've got plenty of room, but the higher it goes obviously it's going to take out a load of the power of it, so I don't want to be doing that. So I'll do a little bit more and then I'll come back to you, but I might leave this as it is for now. I'm going to put the barrels back in place, and I need to start making up the manifold, the pipe work for the cleaning manifold. Cleaning manifold for the barrels has now been done, so just quite simple. Piece of pipe going to each barrel with shut off valves, so you can control each side depending on how much air you want to be blowing through it, but this air blower would do both barrels no problem. I need to make up another manifold just for here. I've run out of time to go to the shop and get any more bits today, so that's basically going to go on there, and then that air blower will connect onto there. I was going to have the air blower on a shelf, but I think it looks a bit neater if it's removable, so I can just put it away every time I use it. And then yeah, so it's another part done. I've just taken the shelf apart, and I do have space to add one more of the boxes, so I can make a 2-tier backy shower out of this. So I'm gonna order one more of these boxes, and then I can finalize this side of the filter. I thought I'd just show you a issue that I've been having with my Sobo 12,000 litre an hour vari pump, and I have been having issues getting connections. Now in front we have these connectors that come with the kit, and these range from 2 centimetre, 2.5 centimetre, 3 centimetre, and it's then copied on this hose tail, and the bottom one goes down to 4 centimetre. This connector, top and bottom, inlet outlet, is around 1.7 inches. Now I thought this was going to be quite easy. Use a 1.5 inch connector or a 1.5 inch pipe fitting, and as you can see, it just starts on the thread, so the thread pitch is completely different. Trying to find a connector for this has been a nightmare. It's I thought this was going to be so easy to get this bit done, and this is what's been holding me up. So I was scratching my head trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I've had these, this is 3/4 inch pipe, so there's 3 or 4 different size hose pipes here in Thailand. This fits the 2.5 centimetre, so it can just pop on there. You heat it up, you get it on there, but it's just, to me, it's too restrictive. It's like, for 12,000 litre an hour, you would think these would be a bit bigger, you know what I mean? Like this one here is just under an inch, and I thought, wow, I wanted to use an inch pipe. This is what I want to use, and got inch pipe here, and then obviously the hose pipe that connects onto there, that ain't no good. And then thought, is this going in here? Could do, but then I'd have to solvent weld that onto there because I can't get a hose pipe right. It's, I mean, that's not a bad size. Like an inch there is okay, Basically, you take these off, put them on there, do that, bish bash bosh, onto there, and that's alright. But then you got the problem, I can't find a hose pipe that fits that. So yesterday me and the wife decided to go to the home shop, the biggest one here. We went up and down the aisles looking at all the hose connections, all of the pipes. A lot of the pipes here are very, very limited. I think it's controlled by obviously the Thai market. I looked at pressure fitting pipes. They were fairly close, but again, thread pitch was different, so they were no good. We looked in the shower section to try and find if any of those threads might fit the top of this to convert this to an inch, with no luck. And I said to the wife, well, let's go and have a look in the electrical section. In Thailand, water is blue, electric is yellow and white pipe colour. That's the different determinations of what's being used. I had a look through a load of the fittings, and I tried fittings, and I was like, oh, that was close and that wasn't any good. And then I couldn't find anything. And then the wife picked up something and she goes, oh, have you seen this one? Which is a connector that goes into an electric box, threads your cables through there, goes into an electric box or whatever. And I said, right, well, this bit here was the important bit, because I said if I can get that bit to fit inside here like that, I was like, oh, hello, this could be a winner. And I said, what size is that? And he said, I think that's an inch, just over an inch. I was like, oh, screw that on there. Oh, lovely. Screws onto there. Oh, hello. Screws onto there like that. And here we go. We've got our inch pipe. So massive shout out to the wife for finding this, because I was really struggling to find something, because I said to her, I was like, well, I've got to try and get this into there. I'm going to have to get a plastic washer, solvent weld it onto there. Then I'm going to have to get a bigger pipe here and ask the machine shop if they could thread to match that pitch and turn that down, but obviously that would have to have been an 1.5 or 2 inch pipe to turn it down to put a thread on it. So luckily, this has been holding me up for days trying to work out this. So these can go on there, that's also going on there. So now I can run my inch pipe, go into my retrofit bottom drain that's coming from the UK, and I can have the 1 inch going into my barrel systems. So I'm really grateful that the wife picked that up. It's right next to the one that I obviously picked up. But so yeah, I thought I'd just show you that not everything is plain sailing and having to mix and match parts to get it to work. So if anyone asks, that's why it's going to have blue and yellow pipe. I'm not going to paint it. I don't want to run the risk of any pollutants going into the tank or whatnot. So there we go.